What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital. We are back for another Premier League show. I am joined by the table-topping Aussie Gooner in the building.
3-point collectors.
3-point collectors. A few demolition derbies this weekend. And Jurgen Klopp looking a bit shaky there with the boys. No Potter,
Forgive
no
all
problem.
your sins if you believe in Jurgen Klopp, huh?
No Potter, no problem there. But let's get straight into it. Let's go into the Manchester derby, Steve. I want to get it kind of over and done with here. I mean,
look, this is City, all right? Look, let's just be honest.
This
is Manchester fucking City we're talking about. Ain't no lightweight club, so...
Yeah, but
a fine-tuned machine, a team that you can set your clock to, right? Okay, they did take you guys apart. But Manchester City are going to take apart many a team this season, right? And let's just be honest, the second half, at least you guys had a bit of fight back in that derby, eh? At least you guys didn't park the fucking part. You didn't park the bus.
We won the second half, 3-2.
There you go.
We won the
get that trophy.
Get that fucking second half trophy in. But look, at the same time, bro, like... the fact that it's Manchester City and they're this and they're that, it doesn't really cut it, bro. Because, and I said it, I know we've had 4 games on the bounce. I've been giving the banter and all your Arsenal fans, not Steve, but them Arsenal fans, you know who you are, coming in my DMs asking where the cigar is. It's 3-1 when we played you guys, and Liverpool fans. Was it 2-1 when we played you? The cigars are out for you guys. Come chat to me when you guys beat us, yeah? We're that shit. Look how shit we are, yeah? And you couldn't do the job. So the ones that are trying to call me out, trying to tag me and stuff, yeah, watch yourselves, yeah? And Prime as well. Call out Prime because you're running your gums on the Twitter. Wait till we've... on the 22nd, bro. On the 22nd.
Prime's been coming out, eh?
I know Potter's had our number, but this time we're going to give him a bit of revenge.
Primey Rooney's coming out.
Yeah, bro.
Out the shadows.
Because his team's doing brilliant.
Whispering about you in corners and shit.
Because his team's doing fucking that much
doing
brilliant.
What? Doing what? Phenomenal?
Oh,
Fuck, this is news to me on the Football Capital.
Fucking
Chelsea actually went
handballs think they're playing basketball with fucking silver on the floor there. Could have gone a red. Mate. But then look, I know it is Manchester City, but at the end of the day, bro, my boys didn't show up. And is this a case of, was it 3 weeks or a month of not playing Premier League football because of the Queen and the delays and then international week and all that sort of stuff? And is that the case of that happening? But at the same time, bro, it's a Manchester derby. Zero urgency in a lot of the players. Rashford, Sancho, like. I don't know what was wrong.
They were a bit shell-shocked. Did you think that?
No, I don't think
they're facing the City team, and these guys are looking at City, knowing what they're capable of. It's maybe a little bit of let's keep it tight. Let's be a bit more cautious because it looked cautious.
Yeah, but
it didn't look like they were going for it. It looked like they were a little bit clear. They were trying to be cautious. They were trying to be careful. And I think that might have fucking
but that you're always gonna know how Man City play. You're always gonna have to weather the storm. They're gonna have majority of the possession, and you got to do what you got to hit them on the counter attack, find the spaces, just like we did against you guys, just like we did against Liverpool as well. You got to find them spaces, and against them teams that keep the ball, you're gonna have to hit them on the counter attack, or you need some individual brilliance to try to get you over the line. But my concern the whole time, yes, we're winning the games. Like I was saying before, yes, the cigars are out, the banter, it's all part of the game. My concern was, what happens when we go behind? I said it against Arsenal, if that Martinelli goal is given, it wasn't disallowed, how do we respond to that? And I said it, if we go a goal behind, are we going to capitulate like we did against Brighton and against Brentford as well? Are we going to capitulate? And exactly what happened here. You let them score. All right, it was a good finish. It was a good ball in. Foden, it was a great work. But then again, some of the players, marking, awareness, not existent. Players like Eriksen, who's probably been one of our best players this season, and a brilliant signing.
He was dismal in this game, wasn't he?
He was horrible.
Some of the passing from him was just
everyone,
wayward.
And that's a big problem as well. We were like. Our errors were pretty much giving them the goals, made it easier for them. We won the ball back straight to them. We couldn't put one or two. We couldn't even put one or two passes together, and it's just like panic. Those panic balls and panic passes.
As soon as you guys get a little bit of a press from them,
sometimes there was even no press.
Yeah, there was no press. Yeah.
Sometimes there was. I think when one of the chances when they scored, Rashford tried to pass it to McTominay. It was like. It was literally like the pitch was flooded and the ball just stopped in the water. They got up. McTominay couldn't catch him. because the ball was shit to him.
Yeah.
And then I think they went on to score their third. He went to De Bruyne into to the cheat code of Haaland, and he grabbed himself the goal. But look, the second goal with Haaland, it gets cleared off the line, but it goes over the line with 10 men. What's his name was off the pitch. Varane was off the pitch for the injury. And then even the third goal we copped, Varane couldn't get there. He was still injured. He couldn't make the distance on Haaland.
Troubling, with Varane now, isn't it? That's a bit worrying. Is that just a knock?
I don't know. Well, it was from one of the. It was his.
The way he landed, I think.
No, he went to block a shot, and as he blocked his shot, his ankle twisted on the ball. So it's something. It's not like it's a muscle strain or something. It's one of them that it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the last thing we need is more players getting injured, especially with a lot of games now coming up into the World Cup. And it was very disappointing, bro. I'm telling you now. Like to be honest, I never picked us to win against City. I don't, and a lot of teams probably don't expect to win against City. No. I was a little bit optimistic in maybe hoping to get a result, get a draw.
At least 1-0 up, maybe, or even if it wasn't that, if you guys went down 1-0 and bounced back, that the game was on. It just didn't look like that was ever going to happen in the first half.
I think from the first minute, I don't know what, very lackluster. Intensity, the intensity of the game. It's a Manchester derby, and no one wanted it. Maybe they were shell shocked for whatever reason.
It looked like it. Physicality that you guys have shown in other games really wasn't in. And later on, it was because of frustration. I mean, Bruno's frustrated. He's getting the shits with what's going on, and that whatever. But there wasn't that physicality.
It's late though. It's too late in the game. You're already 4-0 down at half time.
Easy fits now aren't going to help you.
Exactly. It's already too late. And then and look, the funny thing was, always leading up to these games, about Martinez and wait till he versus against Haaland. And I told one touch as well. What did I say? I go, Ten Hag's not stupid enough, or the players are not dumb enough to have the smallest player on the tallest player. And it wasn't the case. The other players for the first header, McTominay, I think, was on him. Or I think Eriksen
on Kane. Okay,
exactly right. And exactly right. So
Kane.
And look, it's exactly right. And that's I was going to mention that as well. And I don't know why people are making a fuss about this height and all that when you can always swap players around. And one touch, I told you a couple of weeks ago, and that's going to be the case. And then it was the case
with the pairing now. Let's be honest. Since Martinez and Varane have played together, defensively, you guys have looked better. So, and if his height was going to be an issue, it would have shown way before now.
Exactly. So, but even at the same time, one thing I think didn't help us as well.
I thought it was going to be an issue.
In the first minute, Dalot gets a yellow card on tackle on Grealish. It was late. So now you got the rest of the game. You got to be cautious. You don't want to get sent off and leave your team with 10 players. Then I think in the first half as well, Malacia on the other side gets a card as well. So it doesn't help. You got your two fullbacks on cards. You got Varane that's hobbling now because of that block he made, and then it's kind of like trying to play it safe and all that.
Trying to play it safe defensively against a team that does so good in possession.
And when you got Jack Grealish, who was just constantly running at Dalot, and you made it hard. You have to stand off him in case you give away any sort of free kicks or fouls. They had a free kick outside the box, and he was off the post by Gundogan.
Yeah,
that could have been another goal there, but. Look, Man City were the deserved winners, no doubt about that. Second half, look, we got the goal. It was a good goal by Anthony. It's a good, fantastic strike. But the thing is, you're not getting the ball. We can't hold the ball enough to give Anthony the opportunity. Yeah. So he was non-existent.
He has to create it out of nothing.
Exactly. He was non-existent the first half, but that's because we couldn't keep the ball. The midfield couldn't keep it. And maybe it's time that Casemiro does start. Yeah, that Casemiro does start, and McTominay sits out.
That was the thing for me. Like, you guys have had this break, right? You guys have had this break. Now, I'm trying to figure out that within this break that you guys had, you would have thought that it would have been time for Casemiro to get in. And not seeing him start, that was what I was wondering. I know McTominay puts in a shift, but one sec. Casemiro now, I know it's like, get into the game, get used to the fucking team, blah, blah, blah. When is this ever going to happen? We can't let him sit. We can't let him sit on the bench forever and rust away.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing.
Bring him on the second half of McTominay. Maybe he should have just started.
It's probably looking like that it wasn't his signing
It's starting to look that way.
Because if you wanted De Jong and they gave him Casemiro and he's not playing him, you saw he wanted Anthony. He's playing him from the start. He didn't take no time to bed in. Casemiro was playing games. He was playing the Super Cup just before he came. So, look, nothing on McTominay because he's actually been good. Like you can't really fault him. He's actually been playing decent.
Present form.
So you go on merit and you give him the game time. Absolutely, but at the same time you wanna. It's a midfield battle. You want to control the ball. You want to have possession. He's good physically. Maybe McTominay a bit more physical, but some of the problem is he can't keep the ball. He doesn't got the pass where Casemiro does as well. Obviously going to question Ronaldo there as well. He didn't get a start or didn't even get any minutes on the board. And look, you're not gonna after 4-0. What's the point really? What's the point? He's not going to link up play. Martial came on, made a difference with the link up play. Fred got himself a goal. Got himself 2 goals. And look, Martial comes on back from injury, grabbed himself a goal, and got himself a penalty and took the penalty off Bruno. You got to have characters like that. A mentality that finish top bins. But look, at the end of the day, look at Haaland, players like that, bro. Like
Haaland and
out of nothing, like the guy had he had 2 touches and scored a hat-trick. Literally, like the guy barely touches the ball during the game and just scores. And like, you got to give him credit. That's what he's there for.
His size.
That's what he's there for.
His size is agility. Like seriously, look at the size of this bloke and the way he moves. His awareness. It's like he's a danger man. Even if he's in the middle of the park, this guy's dangerous. And that's why you look at Manchester City now. You look at the quality they've got. You've got Grealish is starting to come back into the game. Foden, obviously. Haaland, well, there's no point even talking. Gundogan, who barely gets a mention, but if he was in any other team, everyone would be screaming and yelling and giving him praises all day. Because Gundogan's work rate's fucking phenomenal as well. I think at the moment, Manchester City, they're sitting below Arsenal, but it's sooner or later, they're going to sit on top of the Premier League table where obviously everyone knows they belong.
Yeah, and exactly right. That's the thing. Like,
let's be honest, we've got to call it straight. No team wants.
Are they going to go unbeaten, Steve? You reckon they can go unbeaten?
Oh, they can't go unbeaten.
Why not though? What do you think they can't go unbeaten?
Because I'm going to make sure they won't.
Oh yeah, you're going to do something. Oh, you already cancelled the game. You already cancelled the game to make sure that you get your players ready for, especially that game.
Yeah, what I do is I tell Arteta, look, we're not trying to win. We're just trying to hurt people.
Well, there you go. Look, yeah, you're right, man. But then, like you said, you got
thank you, Arsenal. Every time they draw, get a point.
Yeah, 100%. But look,
the quality they've got, it's phenomenal.
And even when they made their subs, they made like 5 subs. But he comes in, Laporte and Mahrez and they sold Sterling and all that.
It's like, these are the guys who just hanging around in the back. Yeah, come in. They just came in off the fucking their bench is good enough to start.
Exactly. So. Look, that is the Manchester derby. I don't know what more I can say. Yeah, I am kind of shattered, kind of disappointed that we didn't at least put in a better performance. All right, the second half in terms of getting a few goals back, making it look somewhat respectable, which still, you conceded 6. 6 in the city again, once again. That demolition derby, the noisy neighbours get on top of us once again. But look, they got to bounce back. I think we got Everton next. They got to actually turn up now and put some fucking hammering. That's a good
game for you guys to get.
But they're getting the results too, back-to-back wins as well. They're making it harder to beat. They drew against Liverpool, made it hard for them. But look, you never know. But let's look, Steve. Talking about Liverpool there.
Oh fuck, man.
Jurgen Klopp, his team 3-3. No Potter, no problem. The boys kick on. I know they didn't get the win, but 2-0 up. Some of the goals that they're playing, you would have thought it was Manchester City.
Well, it looks like I feel sorry for Brighton because they dropped points. Seriously,
yeah.
Honestly, Brighton were the more deserving team to win this one. They were the more convincing. I had Trent Alexander-Arnold trying to figure out if he was a ballerina, a right winger, because I know he's not a fucking right back.
He's been watching Hector Ballerina at that right back.
They must be going down the runway together. Yeah. But fuck, honestly, mate, Brighton in this game. They took them apart.
And you know what the problem is for Liverpool? Who else is their right back? You can't even put pressure. You can't even put pressure on Trent to be like, bro, you're not performing. You're gonna have to sit out because you're good going forward, but even that at the moment, you're just at times you're just whipping balls in for no reason. It's not going anywhere. It's not going as planned like it used to.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was going to say.
Where you had Mane, and I don't want to keep bringing up Mane because he's not.
You have to though.
Yeah, but he's not the only player that was part of that. That front three that was fluent. Yeah, one piece of
figure though.
He was a key figure, but at the same time, there was other players making movements as well. That movement is not quite there at the moment. But him, for example, Trent, mate, the first thing you need to do is defend. And when you can't defend, you're leaving your back four, there are other three defenders in space to cover.
Van Dijk was hung out to dry by.
But you know what though, Van Dijk. Did you see Did you see the third goal?
Yeah,
the third goal where the ball cross comes in, Van Dijk goes to clear it straight under his leg. That's like you're watching Harry Maguire, bro. You and Harry.
The thing is, when you've got a player like Van Dijk, he's a good player. He's not in great form at the moment, right?
I think it could be done, bro.
But then you've got a right back that's so fucking shit in Trent, who can't defend to save his. I said it last season when we faced him the first time. I said, if we're going to expose him, we got to expose him with the ball over the top and open up on Martinelli to fucking expose Trent. Now, we didn't do that last season. We got fucked on. But other teams that are a little bit better than Arsenal have realised that, you know what? There's a nice chink in the armour. And now with Van Dijk not really showing up, now you got two players on the right-hand side that it's, you know what? Maybe we could just keep going. And you know what? What happened with Brighton? They had a lot of fun on that side.
The first two goals going 2-0 up was massive as well. You got to give credit to Liverpool. Second half, they come back in and they get their goals. Firmino gets the 2 goals. Salah could have got one as well.
Yep. He needs one, man.
Yeah, he needs one. He got the assist though for one of them. Diaz made a bit of a difference coming on, that speed, that pace. Very unpredictable at times as well. Diaz, I don't think he's a.
I like Diaz though.
He's all right. You know, he's all right. He's all right. But I think if he was part of the team where they were a bit more fluent to maybe last season or the year before, he'll be very. I just think because they're all lacking, you can't really see his full potential kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then look, Darwin Núñez. I mean, he's not. Did he? I don't even know if he played. He didn't even come on, but I don't even know, mate. But this guy,
I don't know if he was
they were comparing him to like Haaland, and he's gonna get more goals than Haaland and all that. But this season, I'm talking not this game, but in like he's not. Is he gonna be the right guy? He's had 8 games. Klopp. The whole hope was because I told you that all his stats. Remember the warning I told everyone?
And then when we started looking at his vids, and
I told you,
look,
he's the lowest 1% in Europe in terms of back to goal and all the stats. He had some shocking stats.
I think his problem was in the air as well. He had
like aerial duels, like gets onto maybe the bottom 1% of in European strikers of like winning to the ball, winning aerial duels and all that. Just there's a lot of things as well where I'm like, but. If it's anyone to improve him, it could be Klopp, but we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it at all.
Klopp's got so much work to do right now. See, Klopp wasn't expecting the rest of the team.
Do you reckon he's lost the dressing room a little bit?
No. You see, the thing is, this dressing room right now should be kissing his fucking feet. Plain and simple. Right now, Salah doesn't deserve to start, okay? Trent Alexander-Arnold doesn't deserve to fucking
but they're going to replacements, bro. Jota and all these guys.
Now the thing is, these guys are getting on that fucking pitch and they're not deservedly, and all he can do is defend these players all fucking day. These players have to come out and fucking cop it on the chin and call a spade a spade. They're the ones that are underperforming. It's not Klopp. Klopp's brand of football is a good brand of football. But unfortunately, Steve, he hasn't got the depth or the quality anymore to continue it.
Yeah, okay. But then the thing is for me, right, his style of football, that heavy metal, high press, counter press and all that. Bro, these guys have been burnt out.
Yeah.
They're burnt out. Now like this because they spent so long on working on that to try perfect it. Has that affected maybe not winning last year's Champions League? Has that affected not competing in terms of trying to get that one over Manchester City in the league? Because one Premier League trophy since he's been there. I know he's won the collection. That's fantastic. But everyone's going to be talking about one of the greatest, Liverpool sides that in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You've only won one trophy. The same as
one major honour, yeah.
In the Premier League, all right, you won the Champions League as well.
Yeah,
but you couldn't back it up. Every time Liverpool is in a title race, they bottle it. Every time Liverpool are in a title race, they bottle it. The year they won it, City was so far behind. It was a COVID season. There was no fans. There was all these different. They added 5 new substitutions that helped Klopp as well. Like there was all these things, and I'm not taking anything away for that. They did deserve it, but when the pressure's on, they can't compete. And it's like now where. Everyone put the pressure because every season it was Manchester City. Yeah. Then this season was Liverpool. Don't write off Liverpool. Now Liverpool's kind of that everyone's talking about them like they're United. All right, they can get outplayed by any other team, and it's actually happening. I know we can see it's happening, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think that Klopp doesn't have any other. Like I said, no plan B. Still doesn't have a plan B in terms of tactics. Maybe his rock and roll football
who does? See, the problem you have here, right, at Liverpool, it's more than just Klopp. See, Klopp right now, let's be honest, he hasn't got enough investment. He didn't get back anywhere near enough to get this squad up to scratch. Now I'm gonna give that straight down. That's up to the owners. That's up to him. Because I've said it before, Klopp is Liverpool's Arsene Wenger. But the problem is, because he hasn't got enough backing, he's going to fucking falter. Now, if you were to get rid of Klopp, who comes in and sorts out this ship? This ship is sinking.
Yeah, but at the same time, bro, like you're looking at last season and the season before that. And the season before that, these guys were apparently all the best players in the world. They're still calling him the best manager, the best. Salah got a contract. It's an Aubameyang situation. Gets a contract, non-existent.
Ozil,
when Sanchez went to United, has got the massive contract, and now it's like the talent's gone. Like, what the fuck has happened? So it's like, yeah, he hasn't been backed, but he's had the best players in the league. He's had the best left back, right back, centre back, goalkeeper. But now what's happening? Like, who knows? I don't know what's going on at Liverpool there. But Trossard, mate, gets himself a fucking hat trick to the collection this week of hat tricks. Let's not go there with Foden and Haaland who joins the club.
Transfer market now, see what he's worth.
Look, it'll be interesting to see how Liverpool bounce back. I think they got you guys next.
Yeah,
against Arsenal. So there you go, bro. They're there for the taking as well. So you never know. It could be good or bad for Arsenal. You know. They could get the result because they've been in poor form, or they could bounce back against Arsenal and be a demolition job. It's one of them with Liverpool now. You don't fucking know who's going to show up. It's like a Man United. It's exactly like Man United. Which team's going to show up now? But look, let's talk about your boys. North London is red. Red.
Was it ever?
Sometimes sometimes the colours merge. It was a bit pinky, like your kit, like your third kit or your away kit.
You would talk to Scott Borg about that.
I'll talk to Scott Borg about that.
You sort that out.
See, when the red here and the red and the white merges, comes light red, which is pink.
Like pink, yeah.
So if you mix white and red, it becomes light pink. Or light red, right?
Light red, like a pinkish colour. And Scott likes that.
And it was merging like that for a little while in terms of the North London derby. But look, it's the same trend every year. The home team fucking wins.
That's pretty much
and
it.
I'll tell you, Steve, obviously you were in the building watching that, doing your live stream with Northside. And
but we don't have any killers.
We don't have any killers. You don't have any killers. But look, the guy that you wanted sold. We want him sold. Still Thomas Partey whips a ball.
Good shot.
Bangs at top corner. Look, at the end of the day, you guys won 3-1. To be honest, second half, I was telling you, like, to me, I couldn't believe how poor Spurs were in the second half. And I know you're going to tell me, but that's how they play. Yeah, but still, I know that's how they play, but they weren't showing me anything. Do you know what I mean? But look, break me down your game. Obviously a happy Gunnar. I was watching ya calm, collective, not stressed. It was like you were versing fucking,
Leicester?
Not Leicester.
No, because I wasn't.
You feel like you were versing fucking like.
The problem is we haven't really. We've only been tested once. It was only one team, and this wasn't a test.
No, I don't know. I know, but that's what I
mean.
mean. You're cruising it, kicking back, relaxed, not stressed.
Just to kick about with the boys.
Kick about with the boys, apparently. Yeah, one of them ones. Yeah. So good win, bro. Good win.
Look, let's be honest. The reason why I thought we were going to win this game is because their midfield. You could see the gaps in their midfield. Bentancur, Højbjerg, as good as they've looked that good against teams that, let's be honest, they should be looking good against.
If they're getting
Sporting, fucking, they look like shit.
Because they've got the results, but in terms of performances and trying to dominate the games, it's kind of questionable.
Of course, but with Conte though, the way Conte is going to play, he's going to sit back, and when his team is allowed to control a game, well, they will. Now, many a game, they're going to be sitting back looking to counter, and we all know that the counter has to be quick. And where's the breakdown in the midfield? If you want that ball to be fucking spread out, you want the defender to go through the mid and then hopefully get it out to the wing of the front or your front man. The problem they've got at the moment is that they had a problem with our midfield slowing them down just enough to make them ineffective. Son in this game, was he there? I mean, we talk Ben White is not the best defender. No, he's not. But Son was in his fucking back pocket. I don't think we're going to get anything for Son. Harry Kane had one fucking header and a penalty in this game. One header that was like a foul, like you said, and a pen. Where was he? Richarlison was probably the only one that was active, and
trying to do something.
Yeah, and he got one shot against Ramsdale. That was it.
Yeah,
but
even with them, bro, like it felt like there was times where they could have broken on you guys and maybe got clearer chances, but the pass is just a bit behind. I think it was Son to Richarlison just behind. Like now he's got to not stop the play, but take his time to take a touch. All the Arsenal players are back, and then it's
It's that 1 second, that 1 millisecond.
It's the passes were off for them as well. Second half, you expect. Look, it was 1-1 going into the break, right? It was 1-1 going into the break. You thought maybe anything can kind of happen, but it wasn't the case, bro. It was all Arsenal. There was a red card for
Emerson Royale.
Emerson Royale. Look, it was a little bit late. Yes or no? Was it a bit soft? I don't think it was a hard tackle. A bit high, a bit late. But at the same time, there was no ball. But at the same time, if it was given as a yellow, I don't think it would be much of a big deal. But for a red card, it is what it is. I even told you, I don't think it's a red, but because Martinelli was going towards his own goal, no pressure to make a stupid challenge like that. You deserve a red for being a fucking idiot.
It was pointless. it was a stupid tackle.
And he was
and
there.
That's what I'm like, what was the fucking point?
Yeah. Someone else was
on his own. It wasn't Royale.
No. There was two other players there, and they could have. Bro, he's going towards his goal.
It was dealt with.
Yeah.
It was dealt with.
What's he gonna do? Pass it back to fucking Ramsdale and start again? Okay, big deal. Do you know what I mean? But I think he deserved a red card just for being fucking stupid.
Just being a dumb cunt.
But look, you guys got the goals with
we had Partey, we had Xhaka,
Jesus with the mix up there.
You
have to be there to get the goals. A tap in's a tap in. Van Nistelrooy did that all his career, and you got to be there. You got to be ready. Look, he went under Lloris's arms, unlucky. And then Xhaka, it was a few 1-2s there from the boys, and then Xhaka gets his goal. You know, kind of maybe shutting up the critics. Even though a lot of fans still want him sold, he gets his goal. But Steve, Saka, I said to you, he's a little bit selfish in my opinion. Few times, Ben White hanging about, he's asking for it to the point where he just gave up. Ben White just said, like, oh, fuck it, just do what you have to do.
Did you see the one? Ben White's doing this. Ben White is actually doing this, guys. And he's outside the box. He's got two players on him. He goes for the first cross. It gets blocked. Then he goes, I know what I'll do, different. I'll try again. And Ben White's hanging out.
And like the fact that for the Thomas Partey goal, I think he gives it to Ben White. Ben White gives it to Partey and he takes the shot. And that option, that play was on the whole time. Just go again. Why do you have to take on the player, then go back and take him on again, and then take him on again, and then get a corner that ends up nowhere? So, bit selfish from them, bro.
His decision making is questionable this season. He's passing when he should be taking a shot. He's trying to go for a cross when he should just take the man on.
Yeah.
He's slowing up the play when he's supposed to break. Like it's like we're on a break. I know what I'll do. I'll hang back to wait for the boys to catch up. Or a
sideways pass or a cut in or something instead of running at him. Yeah.
Every single decision he's made.
Bro. Look, he's got the quality. He's got the talent. Lacking a bit of confidence this season. But look, Steve, happy days, your boys. Only that one loss this season. Yeah. Flying high at the top of the table. Liverpool up next for you guys. And it's at a good time. It's at a good time to be versing Liverpool. Yeah. But football's not won on who's got the best form. No. But you guys are playing some decent football, making it hard for teams to beat you. You know what I mean? So it's looking good, mate. Happy days for the Gooners. Happy days for the Gooners.
Creating them chances and hopefully taking a few. And I think Tottenham know about that now.
Exactly. And, exactly. A lot of our Spurs fans know that too.
Yeah, the thing is like the excuse of we're not playing, this excuse of we're not playing well, Spurs have been playing well. The thing is that Spurs have been playing Conte's football. And Conte's football is great when you're getting 3 points. If you're getting results, you love it. But as soon as those results don't go your way, we didn't play well. Look at your other games. Look at the way you've played. There wasn't much difference. And the one more thing. They got themselves Basuma.
It's great, best signing of the season. I told you. Didn't I tell you?
You know that depth. Yeah, but they've got that depth.
Yeah, didn't I tell you at the start?
For the game, they go fucking all out defend. You guys were under the sword against fucking City, but you kept on going at it. These guys are in the North London fucking derby, and their manager decides to go all out fucking defend to do damage limitations.
Yeah, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. I told you about Basuma, but anyways, look, that is, guys. That 3 main games maybe for this week. Obviously, the Premier League is back after the international break. Like always, guys, make sure you go over to the Aussie Gooner channel for some Arsenal content. You'll see the previews for the Liverpool game there. Maybe a review. You're going to do a review for the Spurs game.
Yeah, I'll go do a review for the Spurs game.
So he's going to go. Make sure you go across, check out his channel. Like always, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you next week. Take it easy, lads.